All right, everybody. The ebook is out. It's for sale. It's selling really well. I'm surprised how much it's selling for right now in terms of how steady the sales are. It's only been out and available fully for about a day and a half, but the sales are really good. Really appreciate everybody that's purchased it. I've been getting some good feedback. A lot of people saying they're finding a lot of good nuggets in the book. That's the point. I don't know about other people's books. I don't really read my competition, but I try to write the book in terms of a direct document, not really a how-to, but I guess a how-to. It really just opens up your mind and expands your mind on what you should really focus on with your NEMT company. Like, it's a really good opportunity. The NEMT industry is very steady. It's a consistent industry. The reimbursement is good. Private pay is even better. And what it does is it opens the door to private pay opportunities. Y'all hear the thunder in the background. I'm doing this in the middle of a nice little storm, so I hope you guys appreciate it. Not necessarily putting my life on the line, because I don't really like you guys that much. But it's definitely dangerous out here if you're in the wrong spot. But you know, work got to be done. Got to keep producing some good content for you guys. So the next couple videos that I do is strictly going to be talking to people that's already read the book. If you haven't read the book, a lot of the information I'm telling you won't apply to you in the current economy that we're in. And I really feel like people are talking up this recession a lot more than they should. You have to remember, millionaires and billionaires and now trillionaires are made, more of them are made in a recession than any other market. Because what companies do is, say you have 3 companies selling shoes. Company 1 selling shoes steady, company 2 doing okay, company 3 is vulnerable. So what company 2 and 3, well, 1 and 2 do is they wait for a recession to hit and they gobble up company 3. Okay? Company 2 is still company 3's talent. And as company 2 is losing market share, company 1 will come in and take company 3's entire inventory, they buildings, you know, their warehouses, all the materials, and then they'll just roll it into company 1. So now you just had 2 big companies fighting for what's left over of number 3's market share. In the NEMT industry, it's the same thing. If you're rolling good, your profit and loss are good, your accounts are good, it's actually a good time to start thinking about selling. It's not a time where you should be saying to yourself, oh man, I gotta shut down shop, man. We might struggle. This is if your company is running well. If you're already doing good numbers, it'd be a good time to start making your company available to sell. There are banks and there are other businesses that will look at your company and say, you know what, I can take advantage of that. I can buy their share of the market and expand my business. Or vice versa. You should be looking for companies that are struggling and see if you could gobble them up for a deal. When you're looking at building your business, sometimes you need help, and one of the easiest ways to help build a business isn't necessarily to go out there and buy a bunch more vehicles. It's actually just to buy an already established business. Buy another business that's doing the same thing, that's already providing services, that's already transporting people. I did a consultation on Saturday with a gentleman. The guy that was trying to sell his company, he told him he was doing like a 65% margin. And I told him that seemed a little high. That was a red flag to me when I was sitting down talking with him. See, I have an accountant do a forensic audit of that accounting. And the reason I told him to do a forensic audit is because 65% high. 40, if they had said 40%, 45% margin, I would have been okay with that. But 60%, my goodness, that's, you just killing the game. I would check and make sure there wasn't some funny business going on before I purchased that company, to be honest. Your profit and loss can be manipulated, of course, everyone knows this, but I would check and see if if those numbers were correct on the front end. But he's looking to acquire, and that's a smart idea. So for those of you that have purchased the ebook, like I said, we're on minute 5, so it's time to drop another jewel. If you're growing, what you want to do is actually turn up the heat. If you're applying the rules that I gave you in the ebook to your business, you want to do more now. So whatever I told you to do in the book, you want to double it. Okay, double the information, double the data that you're putting out there. Don't reduce it, double it. You want to roll it out, 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 and keep it coming. And the reason you want to roll it out and keep it coming is because there are companies that are going to lose market share, and then there's other companies that's going to run and retreat. They're going to chase those brokers, and they're going to be in the vehicle, so they're not going to be paying attention to their organic traffic anyway, because they're going to go to what's safe. Now, here's a nugget. Something that's safe in the NEMT industry are government contracts. That's actually something that's safe, and that's something we'll get into starting to talk about soon. But government contracts actually what's safe in the NEMT industry. And that's the direction you really want to take your company. Consistent reimbursement is the direction you want to move. Not just government contracts, but hospital contracts. You should be setting your business up and catering your business to hospital contracts. You should be setting your business up to continue to do B2B, B2C contracts. A lot of the market is still there. It's not going to go away just because we're in a quote-unquote recession. Stop letting everybody fill your head up with, oh, we're in a recession. Oh, the world is coming to an end. This country been through plenty of recessions. And the rich, you gotta look and think like the rich. The rich get richer during a recession. Well, that's because they keep running business and their business is properly set up. What they did in 2020 is they took a step back and said, we're gonna pad the pockets of the real businesses out there, and even some of the businesses that aren't as real as we want them to be. We're gonna pad their pockets and secure them. And those companies are just sitting on cash right now, while the rest of us was running around being consumers. Or you could have been just, you got what you needed to get, you made sure you got enough to survive things, and now it's time to move forward. And now you're just working through whatever came with 2020. We're only starting to feel the effects of 2020. And going into next year, that's when you're really gonna feel it. But that's good if you're in this industry and you're already planning and plotting and preparing. Start looking for companies that's starting to fall off. Start calling around, asking questions. You may run into a company that may be on the brink of shutting down, and then you might be able to scoop them up and their company vehicles for a minute. There's a company in another county. I was calling around looking for a partner in that county, and they were like, yeah, we shut down. We had 8 vehicles on the road. We're down to 2. So if you could find us some work, feel free to let us know. And I said, sure, we could partner up and do some things that'll work. And that's what I'm working on. I'm not slowing down, I'm speeding up. I'm expanding my reach. There are opportunities out there to be obtained. You just gotta be ready for them and take advantage of them. And hopefully this has been helpful. The ebook is for sale, it's out, doing its thing. Really appreciate the love. Guys, take care.